to save my data for future reference. Window, Report Composer. Should appear a screen that looks like this. There is a graph of your data. There is a data table that records the peaks, where they are in terms of wavelength, and what their absorbance maximum was at that wavelength. At the top is a place for you to type your description. There is a place for you to write a title, a caption for your report. It's up here. If I double click there, I have the ability to edit. And so I can say this is a spectrum of aspirin. I want to say the concentration, 5 millimolar. I want to say what I diluted it in. Diluted in ethanol. And sometimes I'll say the date. June 5th, 2013. Alright, so this is, you put a lot of detail, as much detail as you need. And then I'm going to click outside the box, and if I'm lucky it stays. If I'm not lucky, I click on the box again and I click outside the box, and there it is. This I can print as a PDF to the Dropbox. Up in the corner, File, Print. What do I want to print? I want to print the report. And it should come up as PDF as the default. And I say OK to that. And it should go here as the default Dropbox spectral data, and you have a folder for your group, and you put it in that folder. And you give it a meaningful title. UV spectrum of aspirin in ethanol. Save. Okay, and then it makes a PDF, and the PDF should come up, and the PDF, you check it and make sure it has a proper title, it has a proper graph, it has the data down below here. There's the data. Okay. The one bad thing is that the PDF does not have color, so when you're scanning multiple samples, you will have color here on the Vision Pro graph. You'll have colors here, but they will not appear in your PDF. You also want to save the actual data. Down here in the corner, this is the scan I did, scan number 291, called Test. I can click to highlight the data. Then up here toward the top is an option to save the data. Save the batch of results. So again, up comes a window that says where would you like to save this. It should be in the Dropbox spectral data. You have your team folder. I give this a meaningful title. I save it. I can come back next week. I can come back next year, and I can recover this data because it's saved. You'll notice now, if you did it correctly, that in the corner it's no longer scan number 291. It has a meaningful title. I need to be patient. So I double click and be patient, and then I can edit this. ACR Spring Training. Click outside the box. Click outside the box. Click in the box. Click outside the box. There we go. So now I have a title for my data. It should be much more specific than this if I actually want it to be meaningful. But this is a